Well, that's going to do it for CBS 4 News at 5.
CBS 4 News at 6 starts right now.
Now, live, this is CBS 4 News at 6.
We begin tonight with a live look outside on a fantastic Friday evening as South Florida gets ready for a holiday weekend cool down. It's been rainy the last couple of days. There's been a lot of cloud cover, but you know what? Things have cleared out. The temperatures are significantly cooler and usually than we see this time of year.
Yeah, it's different for us. Let's get to CBS 4 Chief Meteorologist David Bernard. We'll take different this time, David.
Hey, it's going to be a lot different. In fact, some folks could be feeling upper 40s well inland by Easter Sunday in the early morning hours. Right now, notice all the 60s showing up from the Panhandle down to Tampa where it's 68 degrees. Jacksonville 70. Notice we're 80 from Palm Beach down to Miami and Key West 75. The fronts push through, but we still have more cool air that needs to build in tonight. And I think most of us will see some 50s tomorrow morning. Upper 50s along Interstate 95 in Broward. Northern and western Broward, maybe some lower and mid 50s. Now, this 52 at West End might be a little bit cold for tonight because if the winds stay up, you might be closer to the mid 50s. But if they die off toward morning, that's certainly going to be a possibility. Across Miami-Dade, this is what the readings will look like. Again, maybe some lower 50s. West Kendall, Homestead, certainly a possibility. Pinecrest 58. Miami Gardens 57. Same with Miami Shores. Aventura 58. And on the beach, about 60 degrees. And here's kind of a broad look at what we're expecting for the weekend. Definitely a holiday cool down. We won't make it out of the 70s during the day. Expect lots of sun, just a few fair weather clouds, low humidity, and coolish breezes, especially during the day tomorrow. All in all, picture perfect, especially considering we're well into the start of April. We don't get too many cold fronts like this. This may be one of the last ones. Okay, more on the weekend and a sneak peek into early next week in a few minutes.
And if you can't wait, remember, for weather updates anytime, all you have to do is go to our website at cbs4.com where the news is always on.
A new report is painting a grim picture about the effect global warming could have on the world, and that means concern for us here in South Florida. Some scientists warning it could leave much of our region underwater. CBS 4's Michelle Gillen takes a look at the possible impact on your neighborhood. Michelle.
An important day today, a landmark report issued this morning from the United Nations, a consensus of scientists from around the world saying waters and temperatures will rise, species will be endangered, and the familiar face of your backyard could vanish by the end of this century. If today's projections on the impact of global warming are to be believed, the notion of South Florida waterfront property takes an ominous turn. At some point, there are areas now that are populated in Florida that could be underwater.
I don't think there's any doubt about that.
FIU environmental science professor John Parker. He was one of the first voices decades ago to sound an alarm over rising seas and temperatures triggered by global warming. But even he didn't expect we would witness the evidence so soon.
It's already happening slowly, and what we can expect is a couple of foot rise in the sea level in like 60 or 70 years.
These renderings of so-called worst-case scenarios prepared by the science and policy group, the National Environmental Trust.
Beaches are going to be eroded and flooded. We're going to have seawalls instead. We're going to see the keys that cannot be protected. They will be underwater sometime, probably best guess, about 120, 130 years from now.
With the emergence of scientific reports documenting the alleged impact of global warming, these days the public seems to need little convincing to be concerned.
It's a big problem and nobody is paying attention to it. And this is our biggest problem.
It's alarming that it can happen so soon, but what is there to do? I mean, if there's anything I can do, I'm willing to help.
Is there anything that could be done to stop that, to prevent it?
Well, we can, if we were to very significantly begin to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions, particularly carbon dioxide, if we start on that now at the federal level, at the international level, we can make the worst scenarios not happen.
Sounds like a good option, doesn't it? Well, according to predictions from the National Environmental Trust, the other at-risk cities, and this is under worst-case scenarios, are New York City, San Francisco, and Washington, D.C. While, of course, the nation's capital is inland, the concern there is strong storms along the Potomac, which they claim would put monuments and certainly the White House at risk. Michelle Gillen, CBS 4 News.
Michelle, thanks. We want to know what you think. Are you concerned about global warming? Let us know by going to our website, CBS4.com, and taking part in our web poll. You can also see the full report by the UN on CBS4.com. And for more on the story, tune into the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric right after CBS 4 News at 6.
Well, a group of smash-and-grab bandits hit a flea market in Miami Gardens and take off. Surveillance video shows the suspects first checked for a security guard, then they approached the jewelry case. Two of them used hammers. One of them used a handgun to smash that case. No word on just how much gold jewelry they made off with. Police say the suspects are between 17 and 19 years old and were driving a white Ford Taurus. Police also need your help finding this man. They say he and an accomplice used a Margate man's identity to steal thousands of dollars from an Oakland Park bank. Police say convicted forger Regina James and someone posing as Camraj Harbogan prearranged a $20,000 withdrawal from Harbogan's bank account. The couple got away with an envelope stuffed with the cash, all in $100 bills. James has been captured, but police say she refuses to give up the name of her accomplice.
Well, tonight police are asking for your help tracking down a man they say snuck into a home in Pinecrest and then molested a little girl. CBS 4's Natalia Zaya is live in Pinecrest with more on the man they're looking for. And Natalia, do they believe he's still in South Florida?
Right now, they are just hoping so. They really want to get a hold of him because really the 10-year-old girl that he allegedly attacked should have been safe. She was in her own bed in the middle of the night, but police say this man did attack her, and that man is the family's gardener, and that's their allegations. Many parents in this neighborhood want your help to find him.
It's amazing. It happens so close to home. I mean, you hear about it all the time, but when it happens this close, it's when it's really amazing.
Darren Shipes is keeping a closer eye on his family now that he knows a 10-year-old girl was molested by an intruder in her home in his neighborhood. It happened in January, and police still haven't found the suspect.
I don't know what a kind of person can do anything like that to a child. I mean, I just don't understand how an adult can abuse a younger child like that. It just, I can't fathom it.
Pinecrest police say this man, Jose Mario Romero, is that girl's attacker. He's from Honduras, and police believe he lives in Homestead. He worked as the family's gardener, and he knew the girl.
He unlawfully entered the residence, made his way into her bedroom, where he crawled into bed with her.
Police say the girl fought back and escaped Romero's grasp, running to get her parents. He took off and hasn't been seen since. Darren hopes you can help.
If you know this person or recognize this person, please call the local police department and let's get this guy behind bars.
Romero is charged with occupied burglary and committing a lewd and lascivious act on a minor. Both of those are serious felonies. If you've seen him, call Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We're live in Pinecrest. Natalia Zaya, CBS 4 News.
The body of a local soldier who was killed in Iraq will be coming home tomorrow. Army Sergeant Joe Polo from Opelika died last week in Baghdad. The 24-year-old was killed in an attack by enemy forces there. Polo had just returned to Iraq following a 2-week holiday leave with his family here. He was set to return home for good in just 5 months. His body will be flown now in from Philadelphia and expected to be here tomorrow afternoon.
Cuban militant Luis Posada Carriles could soon be out of jail after a judge sets him free on bail. The Texas judge made the ruling pending trial on charges he lied to authorities about how he snuck into the country. He hasn't been released because immediately after the U.S. government asked that he remain in jail, but the judge never responded. Now, Posada Carriles is wanted in Cuba and Venezuela on charges that he plotted the bombing of a Cuban jetliner.
The parents of a boy beaten at a Florida boot camp appeared at a hearing today focusing on the amount of compensation for his death. Martin Lee Anderson died at Bay County Juvenile Boot Camp last year. The legislature now considering a $5 million settlement today. His parents testified, and under current rules, they must prove the state is responsible for Martin's death.
And it's certainly not lost that today is Good Friday. The fact that there's blood on the hands of the state of Florida, and we can't get away from that no matter how we try to justify what technicality we put out there. It is squarely there until we do right by it.
Well, the 14-year-old boy died after being struck and kneed by guards.
Some Miami Dolphins make a very special delivery straight ahead, how they're making sure some needy kids will have a happy Easter when it looked like crooks might ruin their holiday.
I'm Jim DeFede. Rats at the airport? No problem. I've got the solution on tonight's DeFede Report.
David Bernard at Weather Control. Some cool readings for you tonight and especially for tomorrow night. I'll have the complete details on the holiday forecast and let you know what changes are ahead for next week.
And I'm Jill Martin, live at Dolphin Stadium. It is time to play ball. We've got the Marlins taking on the Phillies. We'll have a preview coming up.
All right, Jill, but first, a look at our Neighbors for Neighbors tax phone bank. Experts are standing by to take your income tax questions. Give them a call, 305-597-4404. Keep them busy.
Right now, get your hands on a fully loaded medium meat lovers, veggie lovers, or any lovers pizza for just $9.99. Or go large for just $2 more. Want more toppings? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut. CBS Tonight.
The ghost that's been haunting you. It's your dad.
Maybe this is something you should tell Delia about.
I see ghosts.
You're kidding, right?
No, the ghost that's attached to you is Charlie.
That's insane. You need help, Melinda.
It's not a gift. I wish it would go away.
New Ghost Whisperer. Then,
Father was stabbed 27 times.
could a mother's love protect a suspected killer?
The police have arrested the wrong person. He's our guy.
New Close to Home after a new Ghost Whisperer, CBS Tonight.
I just wanted to say that I got an amazing deal on this entire outfit at TJ Maxx. Oh, I always do this. It's just that this is a real designer, not a made-up one. I just feel like the luckiest girl in the whole world.
Save on designer fashion at TJ Maxx, and you'll have a Max moment too.
TJ Maxx.
Just clap, clap, clap your hands to the beat. Come on.
If you want it, come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, yeah. If you play it, come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, whoa. If you love it, come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, yeah. Wanna win it? Come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, yeah. If you want it, come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, yeah. If you play it, come and get it. The Oz got it. Fun, yeah.
Enjoy low fares. Fly on USA 3000 Airlines. From as low as $69. Call 877-USA-3000. That's 877-USA-3000. Save without sacrifice.
Right now, get your hands on a fully loaded medium meat lovers, veggie lovers, or any lovers pizza for just $9.99. Or go large for just $2 more. Want more toppings? Get America's favorite pizza, Pizza Hut.
Some Miami Dolphins players making a very special delivery, Easter gifts for needy children. They dropped off the gifts to a woman known in the community as Big Mama.
Yeah, that Big Mama has a big heart. She helps families in need, and after crooks targeted her van and stole items meant for children, the community decided to come together and help out. CBS 4's Ted Scouten is live in Fort Lauderdale with this great story of the community really helping this lady.
Yeah, Elliot, you know, and they're still helping. People have been bringing Easter baskets like these right here by all day long, and they're still bringing them. Take a look in this room here. This entire room here is filled, but you know what? That's only part of the story. Come down the hallway here, and you can see even more. We're going to show you all the rest of the rooms in the house. They're all filled. Right here you have clothes and stuffed animals that have been gathered. Over here, even the bathroom, this room completely filled with baskets. And look at this bedroom. You can't even see the floor because so many people have donated all these baskets.
All day long, the Easter baskets arrived. There's hundreds of them, maybe even thousands. Everyone is trying to help out Big Mama after her van was stolen. Inside, Easter baskets for neighborhood kids. Coming to the rescue, the Miami Dolphins.
I saw the story on the news a couple days ago, and I just was like, man, that's messed up.
I just want to thank you all. When something bad happens, it can inspire people to be their best, and that's just what happened here. The Dolphins pitched in, so did Publix, the Sheraton Hotel, and lots of everyday plain folks.
Big Mama, what's your name? Connor? Where you come from, Connor?
His mama coming
Sunrise? Sunrise? All right. Thanks, Connor.
Put 2 of the little ones in, okay?
The outpouring of help was overwhelming, and now Big Mama's entire house is packed with presents for Easter.
God did this for a reason. But whatever Satan meant, God turned it out for good. A miracle, a blessing.
James Touchstone is the guy accused of ripping off the van and the presents. The van was found, the gifts were not. Now here's the rub of it all. There were only 25 baskets in the van when it was taken, and now there are thousands.
She pours her heart and soul into this community, and somebody comes and takes that away, and we can't stand by and let that happen.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus.
Well, that is one very grateful woman. Now, the goal was to have 2,000 baskets to hand out to kids. Now, we don't exactly know how many baskets there are because so many have come here, so it's going to take a while for them to actually count all these to see exactly how many they're going to have for the kids. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. I'm Ted Scout, CBS 4 News.
A lot of big smiles on Easter Sunday,
Big
right?
Mama's going to have a busy weekend.
Yeah, she is.
That's great.
David Bernard's been pretty busy looking at the beautiful weather for us.
Oh, man, it's setting up just perfectly. You know, it's been kind of messy the last couple of days. There was a little bit of rain around, which is a good thing, but now we got it all cleared away for Saturday.
Just in time.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, here's a look at your planner for the evening hours. Should be very nice, warm and dry conditions. In the middle 70s in the next couple of hours. Cool breeze developing overnight, falling through the 60s. Super sun and some upper 50s for tomorrow morning. Here's the weather outside right now across the area. 81 for Miami-Dade, 82 for Lauderdale, 74 in Key West. Sticking to scale still is 0. Humidity low at 46%, northwest winds at 6, and just a sprinkle here in Doral today, 1/100th of an inch of rain. Here are the latest temperatures for the rest of South Florida, and again, hovering right around that 80-degree mark, even some lower 80s at Pembroke Pines at 82, same with West Kendall, 81 at Homestead, and also at Opelika. But then it really starts to cool off just to our north, where you see 60s all across the panhandle right now, even Fort Myers down to 73. So that cooler air is still going to continue to build into our region over the next few hours and right on into the overnight period when you actually see the winds pick up a little bit. Going back to 6 o'clock this morning, lots of light rain over the area. Here was a line of big storms just south of the Keys between us and the Bahamas. Just looks like east of Bimini. Those continue to move off to the east and watch throughout the day. Yeah, here comes the clearing conditions with lots of dry weather. And we don't see any clouds upstream. So tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be all about the sunshine and the very dry conditions. Now, because of that, there's a high fire danger tomorrow for all of South Florida with that red flag warning in effect. And when we take a look at the map tomorrow, you'll see the high pressure continuing to build in with those northerly winds. Check out the true view. And again, it's going to show lots and lots of sunshine around. We'll say brilliant sun and a nice comfy breeze with winds out of the north, keeping it nice and dry. On Easter Sunday, winds will go a little bit more northeast. Some clouds will be around, but still it's going to be nice and dry. We're not going to call for any rainfall. It still looks like on Monday, there's going to be a very weak front and a little disturbance that's going to race across the state, and that's mainly just going to bring us some cloud cover. I think the rain chances are very minimal. We'll say a few showers with this, and then that moves out very quickly Monday night into Tuesday, and another high is going to build in, and that's going to quickly move off to the east by late Tuesday, so warming up, and just a few stray showers are going to be around. Here's a look at the Northeast today. Look at that. Still have some snow showers blowing off the lakes into western Pennsylvania and New York. So it continues to be very chilly up there with temperatures 41 in New York, 36 in Boston, even Chicago at 34. Much of the nation is going to be very cold for Easter Sunday. Here's our weather tonight. Could get as cold as 52 in the coldest inland spots, 60 at the coast. For tomorrow, high fire danger, but tons of sun and a high temperature of 76 degrees with north winds tomorrow 10 to 20 on the water. Wave heights in the Gulf Stream up to 8 feet. And for Saturday and Sunday, not bad. Highs around 76, throwing a few clouds there on Sunday. Sunday morning, average temperatures 55 degrees for a morning low. That means out west, there could be some upper 40s even showing up.
Well, your rabbit froze. Sometimes he's hopping, sometimes he's frozen.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
He's frozen because it's so cold.
Oh, the cold weather.
He's on break. He's resting up. He's going to need those hind legs to really...
He's a union rabbit.
Right, yeah.
Thank you, David.
Thank you, David. Well, some airline passengers are not laughing too much. Miami International Airport, some of the folks there getting a disgusting surprise, rats running by their feet. Tonight, CBS 4 commentator Jim DeFede thinks he's got the solution to the problem, and we can't wait to hear it. Here's the DeFede report.
When I heard the story this week about rats turning up at Miami International Airport, my first reaction was, well, duh. For as long as I've been here, there have been rats at the airport. Lobbyist rats, county commission rats, construction company rats. The airport is like a multi-billion-dollar wheel of taxpayer cheese, and all the rats go there to feed. But it turns out they weren't talking about the kind of rats that walk around on 2 legs. They meant actual rats. Forget snakes on a plane, we apparently have rats in an airport. And if you can believe it, some passengers are complaining about having furry little rodents run past them from time to time. MIA officials are enacting plans to catch and kill the little creatures. They have set rat traps throughout the airport and around the terminals. It is not clear how much the rat extermination program will cost, but knowing a little something about how they work at the airport, I would expect to see a $2 rat extermination service fee added to the price of your next ticket. Personally, I don't think traps are the answer. I think we need something more aggressive. I think they should let loose several dozen hungry cats and let them hunt down the rats. Of course, if the cats get out of control, we could bring in specially trained hawks to kill the cats. Or we could finally put some of those lazy bomb-sniffing dogs to work. We could create an entire circle of life type exhibit at the airport with different creatures being hunted. All the airport employees could start wearing safari outfits, and it would have the added bonus of deterring terrorism. How, you ask? Well, let me tell you. It would send one hell of a message to terrorists that MIA is a place you shouldn't mess with. If you have, right out in the main terminal, a German Shepherd rip the jugular out of a cat while a hawk swoops in to fight him for the carcass. I'm telling you, it would be chilling. And I'm sure right now there is a lobbyist whining and dining a county commissioner as we speak to make it happen. Jim DeFeeti, CBS 4 News.
You may not be wrong about that.
I don't know. His thought process scares me a little sometimes.
I just want to get my luggage quicker at the airport. That's my deal. All right, coming up in sports, Jill Martin is live at Dolphin Stadium as the Marlins get set for their home opener.
And listen to this. Ricky Williams says he is ready to return from his latest suspension. We're going to have the details on the wayward running back's quest to come back to the Dolphins.
And now for another look at our Neighbors for Neighbors tax tip phone bank. You can still give our experts a call. They're standing by to help you out with your income tax returns. Remember, the deadline day is April 15th, not far away at all. The number is 305-597-4404. We'll be right back.
Closed captioning provided by City Furniture. Now offering same-day delivery, 7 days a week.
Ideas. That's what Commissioner Bill Kurdyke brings to Coral Gables. He founded Partnership to enhance city parks and preserve open space, saving taxpayers millions. He started the trolley system to keep thousands of cars off our streets at no cost to city residents. And he led efforts for new turning lanes and landscaping on Ponce de Leon Boulevard to improve traffic flow. On April 10th, keep Bill Kurdyke's ideas working for us.
The Florida House has passed a bad consumer bill. HB 529 allows gigantic telephone companies to cherry-pick wealthy neighborhoods to provide cable TV service, leaving out all the rest. The bill also leaves out local government control over cable television. Contact the Senate President and Governor Christ and tell them they are the consumer's best hope to stop this phone company discrimination. Paid for by the Consumer Federation of the Southeast.
The road to happiness. Lots of twists and turns.
Breathe. Have you found yourself yet? Because you're right here. Seriously, happiness doesn't have to hurt like that.
Security?
Put your money in an orange savings account. It's all gain, no pain.
But pain is the path to joy.
Whatever.
High interest, no fees, no minimums. Your money grows, you don't get bent out of shape. The road to happiness is a beautiful thing.
For Your Health is brought to you by the Orange Savings Account from ING Direct. Save your money.
It's a big night at Dolphin Stadium for the Marlins and their new manager, who's a hometown guy.
That's right. Jill Martin is standing by for us at Dolphin Stadium. Got your penis and Cracker Jacks yet?
I got everything, and what a night for baseball. 35,000 plus expected here tonight for the Marlins home opener. Take a look at this crowd behind me pouring in right now to see the Marlins take on the Phillies. First pitch tonight at 7:05 p.m. Now, the Marlins had a solid start to this season, and their bat stayed hot Wednesday in Washington as Miguel Cabrera swatted his second monster home run of the season, one of 3 on the day for the Fish. But they saw their chance for a sweep disappear when new closer Jorge Julio let the Nats off the hook. Still, the Marlins come back to South Florida, having taken 2 of 3 in D.C., and are looking forward to getting things going in their home park.
It's exciting just to be home, period, and it's exciting to be able to open up in front of our fans here, you know. you know, we obviously didn't open up the first game here, but first game home is always exciting.
It's going to be exciting. It really is. You know, there's only 30 major league jobs in 30 cities, and I got one, and I got an opportunity to manage the big leagues and in my hometown. So it's double exciting.
Very exciting. And meanwhile, big news out of Dolphins camp. Ricky Williams told ESPN Radio he hasn't gotten high on drugs in nearly 3 years, and he says he has no plans to use marijuana because yoga has eased his stress. He says he wants to come back but has not yet spoken with head coach Cam Cameron. No word yet from the Miami Dolphins. And good news for Heat fans, your Miami Heat officially in the playoffs after taking care of Cleveland last night. Let's go to those highlights. Good news because Dwayne Wade joins the team on the road and Shaq gets things going early. He has 11 in just the first quarter. And how about Antoine Walker? He was lights out off the bench. He pours in 20. And somehow the Heat cough up a big lead and find themselves in overtime. But Jason Capono fixes that. Heat up again, then Zoe make sure they hold on to it. Heat win it 94-90. The Heat play Boston tonight. And the wait is over for Kentucky fans. One day after Billy Donovan says no, Billy Gillespie says yes to the Wildcats. He is the former head man at Texas A&M. Billy Gillespie, the head coach right now. And in golf, Tiger Woods struggling at Augusta once again. We'll have those highlights tonight at 11. Plus, you can tell it is a wild one here at Dolphin Stadium. Marlies and Phillies tonight at 7:05 p.m. We'll have those highlights on CBS 4 News tonight. We're live at Dolphin Stadium. Jill Martin, CBS 4 Sports.
Great night for baseball. Thank you, Jill. Coming up at 6:30, back to Iraq. Some National Guard units are being recalled ahead of schedule despite concerns over how well trained they are.
Plus, an exclusive interview with Arizona Senator and presidential candidate John McCain. Those stories and more on the CBS Evening News. We'll be right back.
Next, E.T. Danny Lynn's first Easter. How they'll remember Anna.
Howard has something special planned.
Then Lindsay's new interview, TV Doggy I Do's, and Frankie Valli. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on 4.
All right, let me get your attention. We got sports to cover, too many to mention. Thought you'd seen it all, but want some more? Sunday night, keep it locked on CBS 4. I'm Jim with the play-by-play, with the highlights and the scores from throughout the day. That's Bo, ex-Dolphin Killer B. His analysis rocks because he knows what he sees. Plus you get Jill with the one-on-ones, getting the stories that the competition just hasn't done. Sunday night on 4, Sunday night on 4, Sunday night on 4.
Sports Wrap, Sunday nights after CBS 4 News.
A Discovery cruise offers all the amenities of a longer cruise in one fun-filled day to the Bahamas. Free lavish buffet meals are included. Visit discoverycruiseline.com. Even choose to cruise and stay.
I gotta be honest with you, standing there is not gonna help me make a decision. I'm gonna need you to back off.
New stuff faster. Sign up for Comcast high-speed internet for just $33 a month for 12 months. It's way faster than DSL from your phone company. And now with Power Boost, your fast connection is even faster. Just call today. Comcast high-speed internet with Power Boost. It's Comcastic.
We want a place that's all about the kids.
Well, maybe not all about the kids.
Find your perfect place at RE/MAX.com. RE/MAX.com shows you all the listings in thousands of cities and towns. See all the listings. Visit RE/MAX.com today.
I just wanted to say that I got an amazing deal on this entire outfit at TJ Maxx. Oh, I always do this. It's just that this is a real designer, not a made-up one. I just feel like the luckiest girl in the whole world.
Save on designer fashion at TJ Maxx, and you'll have a Max moment too.
TJ Maxx.
A CBS News exclusive, McCain in Baghdad. What really happened on his visit to that market? Scott Pelley was there, and he'll show you tonight on the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric, right after CBS 4 News. So stay with us.
Remember, if you see news in the making, give us a call in either Miami-Dade or Broward. The number is 866-658-8477.
You can also take a picture or video and email it to us at pix4@cbs4.com.
And before we leave you, the way you celebrate certain holidays often depends on where you live. Easter is no different. Take a look. This video from the Florida Keys News Service shows the Easter Bunny hiding his eggs underwater, of course, in the Florida Keys. Divers at the Florida Keys Dive Center found the eggs and turned them in for prizes. They used hard-boiled eggs, by the way, instead of plastic ones, so that they are naturally biodegradable in case they aren't found. Eco-friendly.
That's a lot of fun. Well, you're having one this weekend, but on land.
A few.
On
I
dry
have to
land.
attend a few, yes. My son is very excited.
That's our news for now. Don't forget to watch CBS 4 News tonight. And remember, we're always on at CBS4.com.
Yes, we are. For Elliot Rodriguez, David Bernard, and Jill Martin, who's over at Dolphin Stadium for us, I'm Beatrice Canals. We leave you now with the CBS Evening News with Katie Couric. Have a great night.
Good night.